Hello everyone, welcome to Genshin Impact live gameplay. Important announcement is 10k subscribers पे वेल्किन मून का गिव अवे होने वाला है, so please don't forget to subscribe with the bell icon on. And I'm doing a daily giveaway of 60 Genesis crystal, so please do join the live stream and make sure you have share my channel with your friends so that we can have 60 likes and any one of you can win a Genesis crystal, 60 Genesis crystal. Okay, so first thing first is our commissions. So I'm on to that. Let's go. Hello everyone. Look for bait materials. So bait करना है हमें fishes को. For that we need a bait. Let me find the bait. This should be place. Okay. Seems like we have to beat this only. Oh, nice.
Here, I'll protect us. Huh. I see everything.
Where is the other one?
With all my strength. Let's dance. Commit to memory. Positions.
Hmm? Why I can still hear music? ये क्या है यहाँ पे? Oh nice. इस एंगल से तो मैं फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहा हूँ इस जगह को. Wow, looks beautiful. So go back to here. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. Wow. Nice. I think first thing I should do is change these commissions. Because I'm bored doing commissions in Sumeru area, everything is just same. Now it's repeating itself. Hmm, hmm. Touring light show. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay. Now the interesting one. Defeat the ruined rig. Fine. Hmm. Hello, ruined rig.
Hey!
Spring forth!
Finished in style. Complete the time trial challenge. Mhm.
I see everything. Here. Achoo. I'll protect us.
That's it.
Everyone hold hands. Position. Huh. 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 Huh.
Let me collect the reward. उसके बाद we will go for something else.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete.
Condensed resins. Defeat boss opponents, use resins, Mora, Domain, Challenge, Leyline Deposit, Cook 20, Forge 20, complete 3. Complete 3 bounties and 3 requests.
These parts are safe for sure.
Liu. Go to the second floor. Hmm? Okay.
Uncle Chen, we're here to chat with.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a... I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. How Oishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's
Am
just the
I audible?
years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind, I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liu Qixing. Historically speaking, we also want to keep any perspective. For these reasons, the incumbent...
So, in other words, you pick someone and.
Correct. Not to despair, however. because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I
Yellen.
thought it might take you a little longer than this to figure it all about.
It's Shaylon!
Jackpot. Uncle Tien here asked me to assess 3 Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tien Shu.
What do you think?
It's a good
I think so
opportunity.
too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new chief.
All right then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tien, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position...
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
Already she announced herself as a honor.
You're all set?
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tien is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Try to keep all that in...
Qianwei, Mingbo, Jui. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Okay.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
So we have to keep eyes wide open. Hello Vivek, welcome to the stream. कैसा रहा तुम्हारा दिन?
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never
Fine
have I
as
been made
usual.
to stand while I'm waiting
Great.
for an
क्या करते हो तुम?
appointment.
Student or
Oh,
job?
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged.
Fine.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview.
Oh my god.
In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them
This
of
is
this requirement
interesting.
in
Like
advance.
judge itself want
These are the
to
reports they submitted.
appoint herself as a job.
Wow. One of them is really
Job.
thick.
It's
Nice.
also worth mentioning a stipulation
Same
I
like
gave
me.
them. Whoever is appointed as the failing the
9 to
occurrence
6
of
job
some
और उसके बाद
cataclysmic event,
late
they
night
will
gaming
not be
sessions.
permitted to change their plan. There's still some time. Have a skim through. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Day before yesterday, I was asking Vivek कि एक बार ना तुम अपने points check करो. Just in the chat, write exclamation points.
Finished, huh?
Everyone took it very.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in
300
has to
points.
execute
Nice.
their plan.
I was saying
That's
कि
for me
जब
to
हम
know and
तुम्हारे
you to
1000
find out.
points हो जाएंगे ना,
We can
after
talk
that you
more
can
after the interviews.
send me a friend
We'll see the
request.
candidates now.
Then we can play together
Let's do
anytime.
one at a time.
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
maybe if you just like nothing. I think that's better.
Oh, so you two are the assessment officers? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I trust you've read through my manifesto. I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this? With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you would
नया
be
अपडेट
able to
कब आने
understand
वाला
the
है? मैंने
concept.
चेक नहीं करा, काफी चल रहा है ना अब. I think
Oh, is it my turn?
एक दो दिन में आ जाएगा ना.
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I've worked there for, 9 years. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be. My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, audit.
After
Is
this
it
banner
just
end, हाँ
kinda?
देखते
You know
हैं
what?
अभी.
Let's
ये
leave the
dialogue खत्म होएगा,
self-introduction
then
there
we'll
and
check.
move on to some questions.
Oh, okay.
Hello, I'm fine. How are you? Safi.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability?
Very fair question. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach two very contradictory.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the...
A great question. Well, I'd start
Like
by having my colleagues
for
and the
very long, I
secretaries of the
haven't done
Yudai
any
Pavilion
story or any
evaluate any
quest. So
proposals
today I
before
decided
implementation.
to go for a quest.
Post-implementation, it would all come down to
So
the
I just
results.
started something
If it turned
random
out that
story
my
quest. I don't
judgment
know
was to
whether
blame for poor results.
this is the Alien
Nice
quest
answer.
or Hutao
All
quest or
right,
Ningwen
next
quest.
question.
He seems like a great guy.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes but he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured, but he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo's
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this.
last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto
Have you
is full of
completed
pertinent
all of your
details,
quests?
his methodology
World
is
quest and
sound,
other stuff?
and his proposals cover the depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's.
Great.
We'll see.
Okay, let's go back and report to Uncle Tian. Can I go directly from here? There is a shortcut or what?
Please be mindful.
Uncle Tian, I was not able to do this. Thanks to you, I'm able to see this quest
I see.
during alien
Then
update.
it's more or
Oh,
less as I anticipated.
All right. Then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's
I think
manifesto are
it's
very
pain
similar
if
to your
account is
own.
getting
Is
hacked.
there any particular
Like
reason
after
behind this?
so much of
Oh,
security and everything, still
I
account are
didn't
getting
want to
hacked.
say anything when I gave. Those three candidates have all studied under me in the past. But Xin Wei went on to focus on his business. And
Whoa! So how did you get to know?
Chen Wei was referred to me by an old friend. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as Jury came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quiet. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a
Quite.
mature young man. It's a joy to see the young are growing up, and I am growing old.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me.
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh,
Don't tell me
Fresh
that I have to
fish
go for fishing
soup.
in this quest.
Mmm.
doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Jury purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Jury always brings some
Thanks to
extra
purchaser
ingredients he
as in?
prepared, and
Who is
that
purchaser?
flavor makes
Who
for a
hacked your account?
fond memory. But at my age,
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported.
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Jury's ideas were so similar to mine, this decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood.
Hello.
Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself.
Bye bye, Uncle Tian.
So it's gonna be Jerry, right? His manifesto was written well.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No,
Definitely.
nothing like that. The
Oh.
assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The
Hmm.
biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You
Fine.
have to get information through many different channels. For
Okay.
example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Okay, I think we are now
Yes, ma'am.
doing the background check.
So what about Jerry?
That's what where we came about.
Jur-E. Well, obviously, as the most promising Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there.
Hmm.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's
Finally.
go and ask him.
Paimon can also do a like senseful talk other than food.
Your asking price for this batch is just too high.
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
7 December.
Even so...
Good.
Alright. I'll let you in on a
Because
little
I will
secret.
be out
The
of
boss of
town
Second
from
Life
1st to
also
5th.
wants to buy from me, but I haven't. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them and.
Okay, well, when you put it that way... Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got...
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes,
Yes,
he's
he's
quite
quite well known.
I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community.
Oh my god.
One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe...
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to...
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in.
Okay.
Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go
Sure.
and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't
Guys,
try and
if you
cut me out
want
of
this giveaway to happen
Hey!
of 60 crystal or like Welkin Moon, please don't
I
forget to
understand.
like and
Let's
subscribe.
walk and talk.
Yep. I agree with you, Vivek. The game is senseful. Okay.
What are you waiting for? We won't hear anything at this rate.
So,
Try not to let him see you. We want this info.
Okay, sorry, my bad
I
earlier.
understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
Okay.
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance.
Fuck.
So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
What are you waiting for? We won't hear anything at this rate.
Why I'm stuck over there? Like, fuck off. It's
Try not to
anyways
let him
boring
see
to
you.
hear and do something like that. Like, I like
I
if we
understand.
can just
Let's
fight
walk
it
and
over.
talk.
Okay. I don't know. I got stuck in this one earlier. Like here.
So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of
I
you.
thought like I would fail
Leave it
this
to me
again.
then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Oh yes. I just noticed.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Yep, yep.
Juri seems to get along really well with. Are you satisfied now,
We
yet?
shouldn't jump to
No,
conclusions just yet. Let's go.
Do we have
like
to?
we have to spend at least 20-25 minutes on this quest.
Wait,
Then
you
only
and
this quest
Maybe
will
I
be over, I
am.
think.
Maybe I'm not. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free.
we will?
Okay.
Well, come on!
Now
After
Paimon
the
will be
fun,
ready,
off we
definitely.
go!
Okay, this is far, I think, but still let me. Okay, let me see. I can glide down from here. Nope, nope. Go and check the South Wharf. Okay. South Wharf. Typical
The wharf
Paimon.
is as busy
Yep.
as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers.
Hello Shogun, welcome to the
Let's see
stream.
what Uncle Soon has to say.
Like, you guys remember this game by heart. Just seeing a single second of this quest, have everyone get to know this is Yalen quest, right?
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the Liyue Anglers Association. We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yeon made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid!
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him.
Hmm,
Apparently, he
correct.
had a rather tough time growing up.
The first one,
Had
the
to work
first quest
several
of
jobs
Raiden is
alongside
the
his
one.
studies to make ends meet.
We don't need to
How does
skip
that
it.
saying
It's
go?
interesting.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, we think so too!
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Mm-hmm.
Sure thing. See you.
Chat over a drink.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Let's go. So he's not good in fishing. Okay. Oh, I think this is a wild quest. Yep. I have to go back to my original quest now, Yellen quest.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow, she switched identity again.
Society for Fish Price Research. I
One
haven't done anything
second,
illegal.
screen
Stay
will
out of my
be.
business.
Yeah,
Please,
okay.
don't worry. We're just
I
here
will
to
like a
conduct a
cup of
simple
fish
survey.
taste water.
We've heard about a
Okay.
certain Zhe who's been selling fresh fish at low.
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head, and he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to
Fresh
this
fish
day,
at
he
low
doesn't have a lot
price.
of mora to his name.
You
I
seems
mean,
to be a
he
fish
can
lover,
afford to
Shogun.
eat and everything, but
Or
you'll
you
often
need
see him
fishes for
haggling
your
with others over just
catch
a
weapon.
few mora. So I wouldn't be surprised to find out it's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once briefly, and
I think if we
just had a
just
feeling
see
that
the
he really cares
story
what
or
other
what
people think
they
of
are
him.
actually trying to
I
do, the
think he has
quest is
pretty
good.
low self-esteem.
But if
But hey,
we
it's hardly my
have the
place to
different
say anything.
mindset,
And
like we
nobody's
are just
perfect.
here to
I just wouldn't want to upset him.
gather
That's all.
the
I
like
see. Well,
rewards
thank you
and
for
just to
sharing that
fight
with
and
us.
beat some other boss
Not a
and all.
problem. And just for
That
the
way
record,
it is like
there's
slow.
absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Is this dish in real?
Hmm.
Japanese
Doesn't have a lot
Tanuka
of mora to his
folktales.
name.
Hey, it's you guys. Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you.
Honored to meet
What brings
us.
you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows
Jade
everything there
bracelet.
is to know. Hence, we.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
But of course, we also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
Master Dugu.
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Zhe?
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of jury. For example,
I kind remember.
probably
Nice.
because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword fight.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking
Vivek, are
about
you also
Zhe?
like Shogun
Oh yeah,
follower?
I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. Before that, people always used to talk about jury in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like. Sometimes he gives me candies. So I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days,
What you
there's a lot
remembered?
of people I've never seen before talking about jury stories in the street.
Oh, definitely.
Great. So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
thank you, ma'am.
Yellen taste?
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Fare thee
Until
well.
we meet again.
Okay.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? What was strange about Jiri seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gas spoke highly of him.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from?
Correct.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they
Golden
go.
Apple Island. What is this
That's a
Golden
little over
Apple
the
Island?
top, if
I'm
you ask
missing
me.
anything here?
Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly, they left him with a good impression of the
You are
guy.
talking
But
this.
beyond
This is
that,
the
he
Jade
wasn't interested in
bracelets,
the details.
as in from
That's
the
the
Jade
reaction I would
Towers.
expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E, his childhood, his
Sorry,
studies,
I'm not able
the
to
thing with his
follow.
neighbor, none of these are recent
Whose
events.
father
So
created
why are these
this
stories
Golden
only
Island
going
or
around
Golden Apple
now?
Island?
When you put it
Yelen's or
like
Master
that,
Dugu?
it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as... The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or
The
paying
Jade.
off debts. I don't think he has the
I'm
moral
still
to
not
pay for a
able to follow.
publicity campaign. Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu
And
Shishu.
here comes the
That's the worst
Fatui.
case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Chishi?
I think every story
That's so
quest is somehow
serious.
get linked
What
with
should we
Fatui,
do?
right?
Even if we asked Jiri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First,
Pentaloon?
we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan.
Okay, it was the limited time event. Okay.
Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang.
Let's go back to Yansheng Tea House. बगल में ही है ना Yansheng Tea House. अब फिर से भागते हुए जाओ इतनी दूर तक. Give me a Uber. Yansheng Tea House.
I can't believe the welcome.
Try your luck, Falana Dimkana. Is this open now for me? No, still not open. So I have to go on a tree. And then I have to jump on the roof.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add
Okay.
up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into two piles. You take one, I'll take the other.
This quote
When
is
we're
from
finished,
that
we'll put our heads together.
Fatui Harbinger or whatever.
Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Yikes! We better hurry.
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of
Hot
Jur-E,
guy
the
from the
fact
hot
remains
guy.
that he's
Okay.
one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Okay. Check the manifesto carefully.
Even though Yelan took half, this is...
Hopefully they will bring it
Gotta
back
start
sometime
somewhere.
in future maybe. Hello Lynn, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Hi Nishant, welcome. Yep, story quest. Yelen story quest.
this reading is giving Paimon a headache.
Paimon is now hungry.
Let's take a break.
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah,
Thank you
looks
so
like I'm the
much.
first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yeon's little helpers, Shanghua. If you're back, that means you finished investigating Tianwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Come to the point.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Qianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all. Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora.
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experiment.
I'm back! Huh?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and you...
Okay.
Whatever. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbua.
Well, we're all
Mingwa.
ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs appraisal of Mingbua at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbua is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the ministry often gets Mingbua to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbua gave them the scolding of a lifetime.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that.
Thank you both. You're free to go now.
Bye-bye.
So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a bit left.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only
True.
one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan. Chengshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once
I think
wrought
YouTube
havoc
should
there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point,
add a
a
new
rumor
feature
began
to
go
like
around
the
that there is
comment
great
in the
treasure
live chat.
buried
So
beneath
I would have
Chengshu
given a
Pool.
like on this
A
Vivek's
long time
comment.
ago, with the
Comrades
approval of the
fighting for
Chishan,
attention of
a
Moby
mining
Allen.
team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock, the technology wasn't mature enough at that time. So the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of still. This one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure.
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our... Oh, yeah! Juri said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Juri wants the Blackcliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Chengshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Juri's secret supporter?
No, Not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Where they buy makeup.
Shenwei and Ningbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought.
Blackcliff Forge. Can I teleport here? Then I can just simply glide
What
down.
about Juri? Is there another side to him too? The weather and our...
This is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Okay.
The rain.
You're just reading it good enough for me. Thank you, Vivek.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Okay. Let's go. New worker over there. Hello, worker.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the new...
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned
Look
for
at
the
Gale
nightlife.
in those
I'm
angles.
guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints.
Oh, nice.
I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Paimon 2.0.
They went that way. Hurry, we gotta catch up.
Fuck that way.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
No, let's go. Let's see. How come they have enough Mora to drink daily?
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stop here, but judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that.
I think now we are about to enter in a domain or what? Okay. You find a fresh fruit someplace. Okay.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where a trail runs cool.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Oh, nice.
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell it?
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly.
Snaznaya.
The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Who is he?
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Black Cliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Paimon was there when Yelen stole my attention.
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me.
That's news to me.
No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid... Well, any suggestions?
Then catch them red-handed when they meet.
Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailings.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do...
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win.
True. That's
Tomorrow
very
morning,
true.
I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
Hmm. The man of culture. Okay. Wait for until 9 and 11 for the following day. So let's take the power of time in my hand and let's go. My mouse. Wait, I have to use my laptop's mouse to move these things. Uh, okay, here I am. Next day, 9 and 11. Next day, 9 and 11. Thank you for subscribing, Katogu. Thank you so much. And my day after tomorrow. Tomorrow. Nice. Go to this and let's see what will happen. Shogun, you are in full mood today, right? I think Raiden will not feel good how you are simping around on Yelan. What will Raiden think?
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush. Just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingguo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough. And because of his personality,
Jigglypuff.
he struggles to win people over.
Like I always miss Rick in the chat whenever we
Zhou
talk
is evenly
about
balanced across the board and
Raiden.
enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue.
Nice angle,
After
nice angle.
much consideration.
What?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced.
Hello, Shubhendu.
In my estimation,
Ah,
all three of us are
everyday
worthy
in
candidates
dream.
for the Tianshu
Nice.
position. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
Ah, nice
I'll
one, Vivek.
have
Nice one.
to see.
Is
I'm in a
this
bad
your
mood.
real
This is
life
the
funda
last
as
thing
well?
I want to be thinking about right now.
Double date?
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I
One
think a
in
celebratory
Inazuman, one
meal
in
is in
Liu,
order.
all good.
Would anyone like to
Yeah,
join me?
that way you can say.
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Juri seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. One in Liu, all
We
good.
finally got rid of them.
If I was like this, I won't be able
Lady
to
Ava,
enjoy your stream.
Juri
Yes,
has gone
yes,
towards
yes.
Feiyun Slope.
Yo, Rick is
Follow him,
here.
quickly.
Rick, you will live 100 years, man. We were just missing you
Juri really sided with
as
the
we are
big
talking
enemy?
about Jigglypuff.
But Uncle Tian thinks
Yes,
so
Shogun,
highly
yes.
of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
That's absolutely required. We need active chat. I'm not thinking or taking it otherwise.
I'm sorry, Lady Alon. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without...
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's sport? I guess Jerry didn't let his guard down.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being...
But...
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have.
Just
If
a
I'd
joke.
asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinue Kiosk. He only went in briefly.
Okay,
And I were
now
watching
we
outside
have
the whole
another
time.
name in the
A
race.
few moments later, a man
Schnee.
dressed in a completely different outfit came out.
So I should do
Upe
the
had a
Schnee
feeling that
story
it was
quest
him,
after this one.
but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that
Rick,
if we
तू bong
spooked
नहीं
him,
लेके
it
गया
would
क्या वहाँ
undo
पे?
what we've accomplished today so far. Another
Or
option
maybe
would have been
arrange
to
one
arrest him there and
there.
then. But without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in...
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
No, no, no. Japanese actual in real life classes is taking the soul.
Senua Kiosk.
Tragic backstory. सुट्टा फूकने तक का मौका नहीं मिल रहा. Even I can just
Could you explain to me how that works?
feel your
A guy like
feelings.
him comes in,
You
changes his
write
whole outfit right
sudda
under your nose,
instead of
and you don't
sutta.
even ask him about it?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think
I
it was
think to
just
be
a little
frank,
bit strange?
तभी मतलब इधर इस कंट्री का जब हमें
Well, maybe
काम
I
भी
did,
मिलता है ना,
but it still
जापान या
doesn't give me the
चाइना या
right to
इस
stop
तरीके की
him.
कंट्रीज जो है इस रीजन की पर्टिकुलर, they are so much
Enough. Let's tone this down a
hard
little.
working and they want their
I'll make it
client
quick.
or
Just one
vendors
question.
to be more
What did
hardworking
he
than
buy
them.
while
Like
he was
normal
here?
working hours is
Oh, he
12
didn't
hours
buy anything.
and
He
then we
just
have to
picked up a
work for
bottle of liquor
15 to
that he ordered
15
ages
hours.
ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Ashogan is simply saying
Shibu
like he is not
Antiques.
even getting time to go for a smoke or something. He is too much piled up with all the sessions and activities. Yep. Go to investigate.
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wineware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how...
Sure. Which...
we don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Zhi's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Jerry picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jerry has taken one...
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jerry's wineware set include wine glasses?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jerry bought 2.
2 wine glasses.
Okay. Thanks, Linlong. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next
Okay. So it's just one Fatui helping.
This is turning into a real
Uh,
headache.
what is the name of
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary
one for
civilian without
Yelin,
being
one for
seen.
me.
It's
Nice
not
one,
like you
Shogun.
did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay?
And I think I
I
will
have the
keep the
physical
wineware.
agility. What's your excuse?
I, uh,
Rick, what time it is
fair
there?
point.
Yelan,
I
so has the
think
plan failed?
around 3 a.m.
Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not.
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let
3:14
alone buy
a.m.
a pair
Yes.
of special wine glasses. No,
And your class
this is a victory
starts
feast,
at 7
held in honor of Jur-E's
or 8?
private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status. Hence the need for expensive-looking wineware.
Close your eyes,
Now,
Rick.
where might we find Fatui who match that description, I
Jigglypuff
wonder?
is on the way.
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Like all of a sudden, I
Lady
am not
Yelan, is it
interested
time
in
for us
this
to make our
story
move?
quest. I'm just
If so,
interesting
you can count
what is
me in.
going on in the chat.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jury may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jerry bought that liquor for and follow them instead.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught,
So
this
Rick
could
is
become
now
a major
basically Chi Chi.
diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Jur-E might be
Isekai? Who
going.
is
I want
Isekai? I
eyes on
think
those
yes, I
locations.
heard in some of
Yes,
the
ma'am.
story. I don't know. I'm not able to recall.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night.
Okay. Tea how to Miss Yellen. Get up. Yellen's to
Perfect
meet Yellen, we
timing.
have to like
Menuhin just sent word that the Fatui ambassador,
what to
Yusupov,
say.
just left the embassy alone. He's heading
Like
in the
हिंदी में तो
direction of
मेरे को आ रहा है
Chingshu
मुंह में
Pool.
कि we have to
Chingshu
बल
Pool?
छत पे आना है
That's
सीधा
the place
skip
Jerry
करके
mentioned in his
stairs, but in English I
manifesto.
am not able to put the
Looks
same
like
sense
that's where
in
they've
that.
arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Chingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters.
In Japanese or
Most
what?
people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's
Yeah.
go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
Vivek, your client are Japanese or what? Shingshe Pool.
This is Chingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground.
Are you sure, Vivek? Or you're
The
just
workers
pulling my
left an
leg here?
emergency access route. If we can find it, This will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals
That
here.
one was nice, Shogun.
By the way, Yelan, where are your three little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them.
Okay. We need a Geo character. I don't have a Geo character. Okay. I can do this.
Things are about to get dicey.
Oh my
As I
god.
expected. But this
Nice.
shouldn't be too much.
33. 319 maybe. Okay, this might be like my first or second time I am playing this character. Oh,
Take it easy.
I think this energy burst is giving me this hydro damage or something.
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
Hmm. Like Xingqiu, okay? Where I have to go? Now? Okay.
Hey! Position! Come on! We can do it!
Are they gone or what? I didn't even know like when those two were dead. Or are they not dead? Oh, I have to take this one. Okay.
The water's gone down! Hey, look! Is that another way through?
I don't know what is the talent, right? I can select, okay. 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 Rick, you can go and have some sleep, man.
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha.
Dance with the waves. All my strength.
Quietly now.
She is doing damage, right? Okay. Oh, nice animation or something is going on. Something
The
is
waters
coming up.
flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Hmm. Statues at where? Okay, here. What is this, puzzle or what? Statue cannot face this way. What I need to do, I am not able to get it. Okay, I think. Let me see. Yeah, sort. So I have to reach in this corner, this corner. Okay, go back. Okay, now. Bye bye, Vic. Prince of Persia.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Hello, friend. How are you?
Germinate!
This dance is for you.
Ready, steady, go.
Hmm? What the hell just happened?
Take it easy.
Oh ho, what a. It's like a very khufiya
Mmm.
darwaja.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed.
Hmm?
Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Yushu Pao? Who is this Yushu Pao?
Oh, sorry. That went down.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Hey? Poisoning your teacher's soup?
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people.
Okay, Vivek. Good
The
night.
poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of
Good
delivering it
night,
through
bro.
fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result. How?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tian Shu. Aside from Qing Shu Pool, we also have some other requests for you.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me.
Did you hear that? It was poison. That's why Uncle Tian hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all jury. What a nasty guy. Seize him.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera?
Yes,
If
I
not,
have.
you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Okay. Okay. We already took the picture.
Excellent, Lick. We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors.
Brainwashing.
Shenwei had wealth. Mingboa had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Oh, he just
Yes,
called him
I
a dog?
cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
He just called him a dog?
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. So the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make
So good.
sure to get me home
Nice
safely
one.
afterward.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great. Huh?
Okay.
Charyi, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not?
Like Yusupov,
I've
isn't it a
sacrificed
Russian
years
name
of my
kind of?
life studying and
Like, are
reflecting to
they
prepare
like
myself for this
the
position.
game, not
And in
me,
the end, I even had to poison my own
pushing or
teacher.
like this
Do you really
Snezhnaya is
think I
based
put
on
myself
Russia?
through all that just to
Like the
become
coolest
your little
country or like
puppet?
full of freeze on what?
I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my word.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives, the ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew.
Oh my god.
Faced with the overwhelming evidence,
Solid
the embassy
U-turn
won't
in the story.
investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you.
So he is not a dog
It
but a
explains
fox.
why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Cherry, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight. After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
How do you
How
know
do you
about
know
that?
about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor!
The traitor.
Shh, 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 shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want.
You can only
And
harvest
anyone else
whatever
in the
you
know is
sow.
either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture. Sweet dreams, Mr.
Guys, can we have
Lucifer.
10 likes? Thank you. I just see 7, so we need 3 more likes. And here comes the 3 and 4 and more. And Yellen. Okay, follow Yellen. I think now it's time. Chapter will be ended now.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I
Hmm.
have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up.
The game's
We
up.
were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful.
Yes, you
You
should
followed
be.
him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future.
Oh.
I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other...
You still don't get it, do you? Even now, what do you think? Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
True.
That's
That's
enough.
true.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough!
That's enough.
That's enough.
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself, Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value.
What a true lesson it is.
Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Hmm?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yanshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
What is the opportunity? They didn't tell us.
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you in a...
Okay. Until 8. Oh, again I have to use my laptop's touchpad.
First, get into position like this.
Yashang Tea House. I think this time I will try to use stairs. I think stairs are from this side. I am always missing these stairs and going by tree.
There is now no poison left in his system. But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3
It's
years?
good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against...
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Baizu, forget Yellen.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much.
Is Baizu a playable character or not yet launched?
Ah, you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The
Hey,
assessment
Yellen.
process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude.
The first Dendrovision that appear in the game.
People
Okay.
can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tien not that
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start? I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
Ganyu's assistance?
What I really admired about Zhi was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Zhi was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes, had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
Nice. Detailed plan.
How is Zhi now?
Well, I mean, he's sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Zhi's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tien? Yeon? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Paimon don't need to
Zhi
understand.
colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Zhi, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second in command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here.
Regrator
was
is the
only
first
treating
time
this as
I'm
a
hearing.
peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger. All right, I'm done here. Time
Yep.
for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tien. After the recent turn of events...
Okay, let's see what information we can get now.
What would you like to know? Regrator is the ninth of the Fatui Harbingers, though likely the first among them where wealth is concerned. However, his wealth is not a mere question of how much more he has to his name. He has a very unique understanding of wealth, and what he's planning may very well shake the world to its core. Beyond that, I don't have a lot of information. What would you like to know? I first met Yelan when she was very young. Even back then,
Let's
she
get
was
Yelan's
extremely
backstory.
tough, and she kept her cards close to her chest.
Close to
An
her
old
chest.
friend of mine once privately commented to
Shogun, are
me
you a
that
card? Or
Yelan is
can we all
always
become a card now?
smiling, but never with her eyes. She is a very dangerous person. Something of an exaggeration in my view. At least, I know she would never hurt the people she trusts.
Okay. Did I get some additional primogems when I talked to Uncle, whatever the name was? Okay, so that's the end for today. Tomorrow, I think we will continue with more quests. What is that lady? Shanae. Uh, where is Shanae? Cannot see that quest yet. Yula, this one. Okay, so we will do it tomorrow. Congratulations, Shogun, for 1490 points. Massive points you have there. Master Gene of Mondstadt. Okay, guys, good night for today. See you tomorrow. If hair will dance from Nilou. Bye bye and have fun. Please do join the stream on time and at least I don't know why, but 17 votes and it's still just less than 10 likes. Hopefully someday we will have this giveaway. Okay, bye bye, good night. I'm more like a Nilu man. Anyways, good night.